Okay, good morning everyone. I think in the last class we started with gate level modeling, right? Okay, so can you just brief me what exactly gate level modeling is? Anyone? Anyone? One is So what exactly gate level modeling is? Anyone? Pooja? So sir, in gate level modeling, what we are doing is whatever the circuit we are defining, right? So that we are defining with respect to the gates. Okay, so that is the basic level of description, right? After gate level modeling, we have data flow description or data flow modeling, then behavioral modeling, and then last one is your structural modeling, right? So, sir, and also we had discussed on two different classes. So first one is AND/OR gates. Second one is buffer/NOT gates. Am I correct? Okay. So is this visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. So here, so we discussed on two things or two basic gates with respect to your Verilog HTL. So first one is AND/OR gate, right? Then second one was your buffer/NOT gate. And in buffer/NOT gate we have one more type, that is buff if and not if type. Means if means we are just showing one control signal. So depending on that control, or instead of calling it as a control signal, I can call it as control input, right? So depending on that control input, your output will change. Means your output is dependent on two things here. In case of your buff if or not if, output is dependent on two parameters. One is your input, second one is your control signal. So what happens is in in case of if one, it can be either your buffer or your NOT gate. So if one means it indicates that control signal is or control input is 1. If that is the case, then it will act according to the logic. Getting? So if 0 means the control signal will be 0. So if the control signal is 0 means then output will change according to that particular logic of the circuit. Till that we had discussed, right? So next one is array of instances. So this part is clear, right? Gate instantiations of buff if/not if gates. So what we are doing is, in case of buff if 1, B1, right? How many inputs are available here? I can say there are two inputs. One is your normal input, that is in. Second one is control input. And according to the syntax, we need to show the output at the initial level, right? And what is this B1? B1 is the name of the instance, right? So if control is 1 means whatever the input you are giving, right, that will appear at the output side. what happens in this second sentence? Buff if 0, be 0. Means in this case I can say control value is 0. Getting my point? If control value or control signal or control input is 0 means, right, whatever the input you are giving, that will appear at the output side. Then what about this one? Instantiation of not if gates, right? So what happens is, check the first sentence. Not if 1, n1 out in control means control input is 1 here. So it means this is the condition. If this condition is 1 means whatever the input you are giving, that will be inverted at the output side. Means if control input is 1, right, then you are giving input as 0, then you can expect 1 at the output side. Getting? Then check the second sentence. In this case, control signal is 0. Means if control is 0 means then only your input will be inverted at the output side. Got it? Any doubts here? Clear it? So if 1 means control input is 1, then only your NOT gate will work with respect to the particular logic. In case of your NOT if 0 means if your control signal or control input is 0, then only your NOT gate will operate. Right? Clear? Any doubts here? Any doubts? So next one is array of instances. Okay. So array of instances means there may occur some situations where you may require repetitive instances. Okay. These instances differ from each other only by the index of the vector. Okay. So we'll check one example here. Right. Simple array of primitive instances. So here out means its output in 1, in 2, right? So what is this? Single line comment. Basic gate instantiations means you can create these many gates. Means we are checking the repetitive instances here. Instance means simple words, you can call that as name of the particular gate. Okay. So here what is describing is NAND is a type of gate, right? What is the instance name? N underscore gate. So here it is the name of the instance. Okay. What kind of gate it is? It is a NAND gate, right? And what is the range? 0 to 7, right? 0 to 7 is the range for this particular instance. Then how many inputs and outputs it can hold? It can hold one output and two inputs. What do you mean by this particular sentence? Anyone? See, this I can call it as array of instances. Means I am showing how many NAND gates here. See, the range is from 0 to 7. So if the range is from 0 to 7 means I am basically generating how many NAND gates? 8 NAND gates. Okay. And what about specifications for all these NAND gates? All these 8 NAND gates is all can have 2 inputs and a single output. So that is the way of creation of your array of instances. Check this. This is equivalent to the following 8 instantiations. Means what he is showing is, so this part is same as this array. Am I correct? Here what he is doing is he is separately creating those 8 gates here. So just check this. This is the first NAND gate. Say NAND n underscore gate 0. Correct? So output is out 0, in 1 0, into 0. See, in 1 means it is first input, in 2 means second input, of which NAND gate? Of 0th NAND gate. Am I clear? Am I clear? So n underscore gate 0 means we are into NAND gate 0. So in this NAND gate 0, IN1 0 and IN2 0 are the two inputs, and out 0 is the output. Similarly, you check the second sentence. Now we are checking for second NAND gate, right? So in this inputs are in 1 of 1, in 2 of 1, then out of 1. Means we are into, say, second NAND gate. Then for the last one, NAND n underscore gate 7, right? And with for this particular NAND gate, IN1 of 7, IN2 of 7 are the two inputs. Then out of 7 is the output. Clear? Any doubts here? So this is way of showing array of instances, right? Any doubts? Any doubts? Priti? Abhinandan, any doubts?
Yes, sir.
No, right? Okay. So next we'll check one example here. So here, what is this? It's a gate level multiplexer, right? So multiplexer means I can say it can have multiple inputs and a single output, right? Single output, then your input will appear at the output depending on the select lines. Am I correct? So here, okay. So in this example, as he is mentioning, S1 and S0 are the two select lines, and also we are checking for X or Z. We will assume for this example that the signals S1 and S0, okay, do not get the values X or Z. Okay. Means for select lines we can show only 4 iterations. Means we are excluding don't care condition and high impedance condition. So select lines can have 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, 1 1. So what happens is, if select line is 0 0 means your I0 will appear at the output side, right? If select line is 0 1 means your I1 will come at output. If select line is 1 0 means I2. If select line is 1 1 means I3. So here, say for example select line is 0 0 and I0 we made it as 0. Then that particular 0 means I0 will appear at the output side. See that I0, I1, I2, I3, right? So those things are those inputs. Either you can make them as 0 or 1, right? Now check the implementation part. See, this is the implementation of your 4:1 multiplexer. I think this you have learnt in your digital electronic subject. Correct? So I0 is, so just check here. So this is your output, right? Output is connected to I0, I1, I2, I3, then S0 and S1. So this is the implementation part, right? So why not means, so sir, just a minute. So any doubts in this implementation part? I think this we had discussed in digital electronics or digital system design subject, right? So our main focus is on the gates, how these gates have been connected, right? That will check here. So this is the Verilog description for 4:1 multiplexer, right? So what is the module name? Module name is MUX 4 underscore 2 underscore 1, means it is 4:1 multiplexer. Okay, so within this module, how many inputs and outputs we are passing here? A single output, then I0, I1, I2, I3 are the 4 inputs. Along with the 4 inputs, we are also showing select lines. 2 select lines as S1 and S0. This part is clear. With respect to this code, we will analyze the implementation. Right. Next, we are just declaring all the ports here. So port declarations from the IO diagram. So output is a single output I can show here, that is out. Then inputs, there are 2 types, 4 inputs, I0 to I3, then 2 select lines, S1 to S0 or S0 to S1. Then what is this? Internal wire declarations. Internal wire declarations. Okay. How many wires we are showing over here? We are showing 2 types of wires. Say these are signals, right? So first kind of signal is S1N, S0N. So this is select line. See, S1N means, right? S1N means it is the output from the inverted NOT gate. Means whatever the output you are getting after S1, that is been complemented, right? I can say it is S1 bar. Am I correct? S1N means it is S1 bar. S0N means it is S0 bar. Clear? Clear, right? So one is S1 bar, S0 bar. 2 signals, right? Then another set of signals will be Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3. So Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3, these are the 4 outputs from the 4 AND gates, right? Clear? So these are internal wire declarations, right? Then create S1N and S0N signals. What do you mean by this? Create S1N and S0N signals. So not of S1N, S1. Not of S1N and S1. Means this part we are, see, we are just writing the output at this point. At this point, I can say it's a not of S1N and S1. Correct? Similarly, for second NOT gate, I can say at this point I can write not of S0N followed by S0. Means whatever the input you are giving at S0, that will be complemented by this particular NOT gate. So we can show it as S0N or S0 bar. Right? Then 3 input AND gates created or instantiated, right? Which is the first 3 input AND gates means I0, S1N, S0N. So we'll check the first AND gate. So for the first AND gate, inputs are I0, S1N, S0. For the first AND gate, right, inputs are I0, then I0, S1N, then S0N. Am I correct? Correct. Similarly, for second AND gate, outputs are single output, that is y1, then that I1 followed by S1 and S0. For second AND gate, how many inputs we are showing? 3 inputs, 1, 2, 3. So first input is I1, second input where it is been connected S1 N means S1 bar, then third input is connected to S0. So I can say for second AND gate, output is Y1, inputs are I1, S1 bar, S0. We'll just check. So here, for second AND gate, Y1 is the output, I1 is the input, S1 N, then S0. Then similarly for AND gate, third AND gate, Y2 is the output, I2 is first input, S1 S0 bar. For third AND gate, Y2 is the output, I2 is the first input, then S1 is the second input, then S0 N is the third input. Okay. Similarly for fourth one, Y3 is the output, I3 S1 S0. Then where exactly we are checking the output? At the OR gate, right? So OR gate, it is basically adding all the outputs of your AND gates, right? So how I am writing here? So this is the final output OR, right? So for this OR gate, which is output? For this OR gate, out is the output, Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3. These are the 4 inputs. Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3 are the 4 inputs. Getting? So any doubts here? Any doubts? Okay. Then we will see. So next in this example 5.6, we are checking the output part. How exactly we can expect the output here. So stimulus means like your test bench waveform, right? So define the stimulus module, right? Module name stimulus. So declare the variables to be connected to the inputs. So here, quite simple it is. Just concentrate. Register, how many we are showing over here? IN0, IN1, IN2, IN3, right? 4 registers. Along with I1, I0, I1, I2, I3, also showing S1 and S1 because these are the select lines. And output type is wire, right? Now sir, instantiate the multiplexer. So we are generating one multiplexer by the name MyMux, okay? Right? So output is output IN0 to IN3, S1, S0. So in this 5.6, we are checking the output part. Means how you can expect the output or how your output will change in accordance with the select lines. Just check this. So these are the stimulate, means you are just stimulating the inputs here. So just check this part. So set the input lines. See, basically what we are doing is in the HDL kit or in FPGA kit, we are setting all the inputs, say I0, I1, I2, I3. Then along with I0 to I3, also we are setting S0 and S1, right? Say I0 is 1, select line is 0, 0. Getting my point? I0 is 1, select line is 0, 0. Then it will consider only the I0 input. Means only I0 will appear at the output side. That will check here. So we are just setting the inputs here. First input IN0 is set for 1, IN1 is set for 0, IN2 is set for 1, IN3 is set for 0. Same thing we are displaying here. So IN0 in percentage B means we are expressing in binary, IN1 in binary, 2 in binary, IN3 in binary. Then showing the all the inputs here. Then choose IN0. Means, see, choose IN0 means I can say IN0 will appear at the output side. When you can expect the IN0 at the output side? If select lines are 0, 0. Same condition we are showing here. If select lines are 0, 0, then IN0 will appear at the output side. So what we are displaying here? So display S1, S0. So we are displaying S1, S0. Also the output means the output will be 0, 0. And what about IN0 value? Initially we have set the value for IN0 as 1. So the output will be 0, 0, 1. Getting? Stimulus means we are just taking the simulation part here. Clear this part? Choose IN0 means select lines are 0, 0. If select lines are 0, 0, then only you can expect IN0 at the output side. Then we are displaying the output as S1, S0 and output. The next condition, IN1. IN1 means second input. When you can expect second input at the output side? If select lines are 0, 1. If select lines are 0, 1, you are displaying S1, S0 and output. Means at the output side I can expect 0, 1 because your select lines are 0, 1, then IN1. Initially we have set IN1 as 0. So I can get the output as 0, 1, 0. Clear? So choose IN2 means select line should be 1, 0, same 1, 0. Then particular IN2 will appear here. IN2 you have made it as 1. And for the last condition 1, 1, obviously IN3 has to appear at the output side, right? So initially we have set IN3 for 0. So output for select line 1, 1 will be 1, 1, 0. Why 0? Because initially we have set IN3 value as 0. Then we are ending this begin. Then we are ending this module. Okay. Clear? So same thing he is displaying here. So check the outputs. The output of the simulation is shown below. Each combination of the select signal is tested. So same thing. Select lines are 0, 0. IN2 0 means initially we have set these values for all the 4 inputs. Then select line 0, 0, output is 1. Why 1? Because initially we have set. Then for 0, 1, output is 0. Correct? Then for 1, 0, output is 1. Then for 1, 1, output is 0. Clear? Any doubts here? Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay. You just go through this example. 4-bit ripple carry full ladder. Right? Same thing. First he has written the code, then the stimulus part. Okay, just go through, right? So we'll continue in the next class. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.